to call the roll.
Mayor Moore,
Here.
Alder Wood,
Here?
Alder DePula.
Here.
We are looking for approval of the minutes from June 16th, July 21st, and August 4th of 2025. And I want to give a shout out to Elaine, because doing 3 sets of minutes, and I know that, she's been out of town and had other things going on, and I appreciate her rally to do 3 sets. Do I have a motion?
Motion to approve. Second.
Any corrections, changes, additions in the 3 sets of minutes?
No, I was just gonna say though, having 3 sets of them, and like going back and actually reading through some of the older ones. It's
Yeah.
like- It's kind of a good refresher. It's
Yeah.
Like what actually happened.
Yeah.
Even though
Yeah.
2 months ago.
Yeah. Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. Do we have any appearances?
You do not, Mayor.
We have no appearances. We have no unfinished business. We're going to move to new business number 6A, consideration of renewal on the loan program request from Jeanette McDonald, 4413 Oak Court. Doug.
Thank you, Matt. Good evening, everybody. The request here is a Renew Monona loan application, 4413 Oak Court. The applicant is requesting $7,000 from the major home rehab category, and this would be to remodel an existing bathroom to upgrade and allow for aging in place. The proposed total cost of the improvements are just over $14,195. And so the loan request is below the 50% that is the maximum that the program allows for. I would just like to note, though, that these are estimated as the contract is on a time and materials basis. That's not very typical in these instances. Typically, they are sort of a full fleshed out contract, but I suggest maybe this evening discussion about sort of turning in final invoices or something like that within a certain period of time. In speaking with the applicant, I know they have already been purchasing quite a few of the fixtures, which you can see from attachment 4, makes up over 50% of the project cost. So just something maybe worth discussing there. As with the previous applications and the other we will see this evening, we are still using 2024 numbers in terms of the eligibility. I think that was just finalized on Friday, but this is still well within that number regardless. So the applicant is eligible, meets the criteria. They plan to use their personal savings to cover the other portion, and all being well, would like the work to start mid to late September of this year. So recommend discussion and consideration of this request, and we're also joined this evening by the applicant as well.
Great. Thank you.
Okay.
Does anybody have any questions?
I guess you had suggested having, having her submit actual bills for that, or invoices, so that we know that we're still at or below the 50%. Is that the idea?
Yes, that's the thinking, and certainly from I think what we've seen in others, and also some experience, it typically only goes one way, that it's more expensive than less, I
Right.
would imagine, on these. But certainly I think it would be prudent to share the invoices or sort of receipts from the purchases already made, and probably sort of a closed out contract with the applicant or with the contractor once that work's done. But I think certainly some partnership with finance director as well, coming from the
We used the original way we had started Renew Monona. That was the way we did it. They would pay for it, and then they would request reimbursement. So it'd be kind of that same type of situation.
Right. Okay. Any other questions, comments?
So do we want to include that in the motion?
I'd be okay with that, yeah.
Like,
May I ask a question?
sure. Oh,
Mhm.
sorry.
So does that mean the loan would happen after the construction and invoices?
We can talk. I mean,
Okay,
talk about it. But yeah.
okay.
We can do it either way. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, or potentially maybe even do part
We can do parts.
beforehand.
Yeah.
And then if she's having a hard time getting the contractor because she doesn't have the resources up front,
Yeah. Yeah. We can
do
do
part
either.
up front and then
Yeah.
settle out the final amount at the end,
Yeah.
based on invoices or something.
Yeah, we can work with it. work with you on that, so.
Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll move approval, subject to final payment not going out until we have the invoices.
Okay.
Second.
Do I have a second?
Yeah.
I have a second?
Okay.
Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Make that motion second, please.
Aye.
It was Doug
Thank
made
you,
it.
thank you.
and Patrick seconded.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
If you want to give me a call this week, we can work through it, so.
Okay.
I'll put the two of you
I
in touch.
did talk to you, I remember once. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And then we have number 6B, consideration of renew Monona Loan Program request for Teresa Rodemaker, 5201 McKenna Road. Doug?
Thank you. So yes, this request is for $8,926 from the home improvement category, and this would be for the addition of 15 new solar panels as part of a rooftop solar array, 5201 McKenna Road. The total cost of the improvements here are $17,853. So this again is just below the 50% standard of the application. One thing I do note with these solar applications is they are still eligible for tax credits. At the most recent application that we had come through was 507 Frostwoods, and the Finance Committee chose to fund the full amount rather than sort of the post-credit amount, because these funds are paid upfront, and then of course the tax credits would come later. So it has been sort of practice that these have been reimbursed, or the loan has been set on the full amount rather than the post-credit amount. So I just wanted to kind of include that here, and that is how this request has come in as well. So all other eligibility standards are met for the applicant. I would just say that the materials do date back to April of 2025 of this year. So the work has been completed. I think it was completed within the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I think some of that is addressed in attachment 5 of the application as well. The applicant was unable to join tonight, but I did discuss the materials and sort of the staff report before proceeding on this as well. So I'm happy to answer any questions I can, but of course they're not here this evening.
I have two questions. Is that the one on Frost Woods, which I'm definitely familiar with, is that the only one where we've ignored the 30%?
No, there was at least one other, I believe, on McKenna as
Okay.
well that was similar. But this Frostwoods was within the last couple months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty,
Maybe that's something that when
Yeah.
we look at the renew Monona policies that we
yeah, adjust.
adjust,
Yeah,
or at least talk about whether we should
right,
adjust for that.
right. And my second question is this the second application of this applicant for Renew Monona?
No, this would be the first.
Okay. I was thinking that she had applied for something else.
I don't believe this applicant has another outstanding.
No,
No.
she does not.
We haven't respected that either in the past.
Right.
We have not,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right, and I wasn't suggesting we did, it's just I thought that I
Right.
remembered her applying for something else. Okay.
Right, well, we do want to avoid,
Well, if she doesn't
like,
want any outstanding, I don't know. if
having
she's-
somebody
I don't
break
know
up
if
their
she's-
project.
Right,
you know, when it's really one project and break it up to exceed the
sure,
max, but
right,
I don't think Teresa's that devious, so.
right. I would agree. Okay, any other questions, comments, information needed? That being the case, I'll be happy to take a motion.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Doug. That takes us to 6C, acceptance of general fund accounts payable checks dated July 18 to August 12, 2025. Mark?
Yes, thank you. Not a lot of activity, just regular day-to-day. Just a couple highlights. And in here, page 36, KSW, the community center remodel, this is the final payment for that, so that's all paid. Came basically within budget. Page 39 is kind of the the very bottom, Strand's working on the Nichols Road engineering and the library HVAC project that they're working on for us. Page 45 is a Renew Monona loan. Page 50, Verner's asphalt sealers, that's part of the capital project. Underneath that, the fast turn supplies, picnic tables, that's part of the budget. Page 51, Granicus, towards the bottom, that is our software we use to monitor STRs. It's an annual cost. Page 53, you see Kinson Hotel Corporation. We do have a developer's agreement with them. This is it's one of those where it's based on their room tax. They don't get the money for the room tax, but what we pay for our developer's agreements based on 30% of that. So this is 2 quarters worth included in here. Page 55, Monona Grove School District, Maywood Rent. That's for 2 months worth. 57, Tapco. This was used out of the road maintenance budget. A digital message board was added in there, and that's all I have.
I have a question on that, the TAPCO. So did we buy a new message board? Oh, okay. I thought you said maintenance.
This is one that was, I think both Public Works and PD
Yeah.
kind of commiserated and to find money in the budget. It was, I think it came across, I think, Director Stefani, they made some way, it was a maintenance on the existing one, but it was offered a pretty good deal, I think, on this new one, I thought.
They bought a new one. They still have the old ones.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was an
Okay.
additional one, so.
Good.
You need a motion for that.
No, yeah, and, Mark, I have a question about the payment to KSW. Is the senior center completely
Should be
wrapped?
completely
Yeah, I
wrapped,
mean-
yeah.
Because last time I was down there, they were still doing niggling, with furniture and some paint and some other stuff, so it's all
Yeah, my
complete.
understanding is it's completed now, so.
Well, that was the final payment. I know they got rid of all the retainages, so hopefully,
Yeah,
Okay, great.
when they reviewed it, that'd been
Fantastic. I'm
Brad.
gonna have to go over, check it out.
I have to do ribbon cutting.
That they properly signed off on it.
Yeah, okay. Good deal. All right, I will take a motion.
I'll move to accept the bills.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any staff updates?
No, I do not.
Anyone? Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Thank you. Record time. I almost had time to run home and get my
Sally.
computer.
Get your computer.